What is up, funding business owners? And today I'm going to show you how we run ads to get you more funding approvals, specifically in the line of business line of credit, merchant cash advance, MCA, business debt settlement, and age corporations. Yes, you can do this for also this credit card stacking offers and any other funding offers, because overall the strategies I'm about to show here are really the same for getting just overall more approvals with specifically paid ads. But let's get into this. And first, to start, check this out. We literally just launched this campaign yesterday. Literally yesterday, and he already brought in an age corp approval over here. His first deal he's ever made online digitally. Literally introducing this guy into to bringing in more funding deals. And that literally launched his ad and boom, just got an Age Corporation deal literally the next freaking day. So it goes to show that when all your systems are in place, when you're doing things right, when you have the system properly running ads the right way, tracking the right way, the systems on the back end, nurturing and following up with people, you can truly build something powerful. And yes, it could be an absolute lottery ticket on your first day of launching the campaigns, but I'm not trying to offer or guarantee any type of miracles over here. I'm just going to show you a realistic way of bringing in more approvals through paid ads, specifically Facebook and Instagram. So let's get this party started. So what I first want to start out over here is what we call our creative brief. This is what we need to do in order to really run paid ads the right way. Overall, this is our system, in which case we run a three-part campaign: cold, warm, and hot. In which case the warm and the hot is more so retargeting campaigns. If you look at my ads manager over here, we try to keep things very simple. We try to keep it stupid simple, in which case we got a scale campaign and we got a test campaign. The ads always perform a lot better when you're constantly giving it more creatives to be able to test. One thing that could even be holding people back, I just had a consult yesterday with another client, was the lack of creative that this person had. He only had two or three ads up, in which case, by not giving the AI enough ads to be able to creatively mix and match those ads, send out to those who resonate with, it literally holds back your account. A lot of what you're doing with when you're running Facebook ads is making sure you take up all the boxes on what Facebook requires in order to have the best chances of success. One of those things being creatives. So as a media buyer, we're always putting out more creatives depending on your ad spend. For example, if you're spending at least a G a day in ads, you got to be doing at least 5 to 7 different creatives every single freaking week. Maybe, and then oftentimes even more than that, because you're always just testing things. But let's keep on going. Again, our way of being able to run ads is very simple. And to not be able to like shout out this guy too much, let's go on, for example, like my ad account. So I can show you just a dumbed down version of it. All right. So ads wise are very simple. This is our like our cold ad over here. And you have two ad sets over here, a scale campaign and our test over here. A scale campaign is where you allocate a majority of the budget. Testing is just always testing out new concepts, new creatives. When the testing is good, we move over to the scale campaign. Next thing over here is the hammer strategy. Some of our best clients literally have 30, 50 videos on here. For example, I have around 19 minus the 4 that was taken away. What this really does is from the moment they click on an ad between the time they actually show up to the sales call, so it's taking all your content and rotating it out to those people. I'm talking testimonials, FAQ videos, videos that overcome objections and answer questions, providing value, talking about the process, what it's like to be a part of a client with you. All we're doing here is we're rotating as much content to those people as possible, so you get a shit ton more of you. And as you can see over here, it's really each ad is it's $1 a day, but they're each individual ad sets, so they're all spending equally, and it's being sent out to somebody that clicks and they schedule a call, and it's not repeating the same videos. It's just making sure that they see all these videos as many times as possible. Seeing all these videos in sequence is what it's doing. Just so they see a whole bunch more of you and they're more excited when they hop on the call, trust you a lot more as well too. Boom. It's almost as if I call it the famous strategy as well. I call it famous strategy because it quite literally does just that. They see so much content of you between the time they click on the ad, between the time they actually show up to that sales call, that it builds a lot of trust. It shows that you're famous over here. Overall, it just makes the closing a lot easier. Yes, there's a bunch of different things that we do in the back end as well too. But this also, for example, a bunch of things that we do in the back end is, of course, the thank you page, the appointment reminders, make sure they confirm, find yes to confirm. We also do a value add campaign, which is in addition to the appointment reminders and having the confirm respond yes to the appointment, we also have a value add campaign, in which case every 2 hours just shoots them out an email. Every 2 hours shoots them out an email with ebooks, freebies, downloadable things, campaign over here. Overall, to stop them from price shopping. Long story short, a bunch of emails layered out every 2 hours to go, 2 to 3 hours, just providing value, ensuring that they just don't price shop. Usually when you give them a freebie, you give them some value, it stops them, encourages them to just focus just on you and not anybody else. It's like a psychological tactic. Cool. So those are the ads, a little bit about the automations that we use. We try to keep the overall campaign, the opportunity super simple. That's fulfillment. Let's go into actual business funding over here, in which case you have credit on the left-hand side, we have funding on the right-hand side. Yes, maybe for MCA, because the requirements are like 30K a month in business, you might not have the credit stage below before it, we'll just remove that. If you do need a credit repair outsourcing partner, we got you with there as well too. If you just want to sell the credit repair as an example and just focus on just the actual funding, you sell the credit repair, make some money on there, push them over to an outsourcing partner. Boom, life is simple. We got that as well too. Overall, we try to be that overall ecosystem. Just grow your funding business and grow to the moon and scale it to the moon. So with that being said, we're trying to make your life easier. But here's what the pipeline will look like. If we're focusing just on funding, it's just gonna look like this. Funding lead, engage, submit application, onboarding, schedule onboarding call, missed call, hot, sold, not interested. Very simple. In which case, lead is where we're doing all the actual nurturing emails and text messages. And if anybody were to respond to that, it'll move over to engaged. If people that respond, you want to hit those people first. So if you're setters or you're just organically just hustling here, respond to the people that are actually actively engaging back to that pipeline first. At least respond, you're clicking on those emails or text messages from this lead over here, which will populate into here. If they click or respond to those emails and text messages, it moves them over to here, hit those people up first. They're more active. That's what I'm trying to say. Funding submit application, pretty simple. Schedule onboarding call. I'm sure you can understand what that is. They schedule the actual call. Boom, if they miss the call, moves over to here, hot and sold. Hot over here is, hey, I gotta talk to my wife about this at the end of the week, or hey, I get paid and cashed up at the end of this week over here. Let me just give me some time to think about it. In which case, during the hot stage, you're just shooting about testimonials and demonstrating what it's like to be a part of our process over here, or onboarding, or be a client with us. Just overall to build more trust and get them excited to really just either schedule that follow up, or if you haven't already, or hop on a call with you and just get started with you, get you cash collecting. Simple. But this is also very important as well too, because if you are scheduling a bunch of calls and people are missing and you move over to missed call, it shoots them out email and text messages, and it usually does cover like 30% of all missed calls. For me and my agency, it covers like more than half of them just by moving over to that missed funding call stage. So honestly, that one is pretty powerful. And then also as well too, it allows us to be able to understand your show up rates as well. Because all these pipeline stages here are plugged into our KPI sheet over here and for specific applications over here. It's all plugged into here. So so that we're able to see a macro view of daily operations. So rather than trying to get you just a cheap cost per lead, we are optimizing your campaign based upon what's actually driving you revenue, driving you growth in the business. Just because it's a cheap cost per lead doesn't mean more money in your pocket. So with that being said, things like missed calls, things like show up rate, no show up, cash collected, all those things are plugged into here. And what I really need from you is, and to, in order to make sure that we're optimizing your campaign rather than just getting a cheap cost per lead, optimizing in the right direction, making sure they're actually driving growth in your business and driving more revenue. That means we do need a couple of things from you guys. It's not gonna be a miracle here. How to be able to split test stuff, optimize campaigns, and overall making sure that you're more profitable. So in order to do, we need to understand a couple of things based upon your calls. A couple of things like good or bad fit, because so the funnel overall is pretty simple. It's an ad to a survey to a schedule page and a thank you page, which is just showing the next steps on the schedule call. But when people submit the application, some people can lie on it. That application gets a lead quality score of usually between 1 through 5. Sometimes, let me show you. They fill out this application. You get the questions over here. That gives them a pass or fail and an application score as well too. 1 through 6, 1 through 20, 1 through 5, whatever it might be. But from there, we need a couple of things from you. We're going to need to know that these people are a good fit, because sometimes people can lie on an application. So in addition to you getting the lead quality score, our job to give you as high lead quality scores as possible, and it's able to show us any type of fluctuation in lead quality score, so that our job as the media buyers give you as many high lead quality scores as possible and as many layups as possible. In addition to that, some people can lie on these. So the closer or even the appointment setter, whoever's taking these calls over here or talking to these people, will also mark it as good fit or bad fit. So in addition to us getting the lead quality score automatically based upon the survey, you're also going to mark the good or bad fit of the person. You're also going to mark if they show or miss the call to get the no-shows. This is just the good fit or bad fit opportunity score. This one over here, notes, you're going to add notes or any type of objections that you might have in or experience on these calls onto the notes over here. That populates into here, notes. We also need to know that they cash collected as well too. So you mark the opportunity value. For example, the H Corporation deal, he charges $1,000 deposit and he makes something on the back end, but he charges a deposit. So he marks that cash collected, boom, right on the opportunity value. This way we're able to understand what specific ad is driving what specific revenue so that we found a good ad that's converting well, boom, we push that ad spend on that ad and knock out all the other ones that aren't really performing. But this overall, marking these four different things over here, good for the bad fit, show up rate, if they show a miss, any type of objections, and cash collected, those four things that we need from you in order to really just optimize this campaign and also pinpoint exactly what is going wrong. So rather than making any type of emotional decisions, or maybe you hop on a call with me every week or every 2 weeks to say, hey, Blade, the appointment rate suddenly shot down, or hey, a lot of people are relying on the application. Or for example, hey, I'm not cash collecting. Or for example, over here, hey, a lot of people are missing the calls, or I'm getting this specific objection where I got to talk to my wife about it. What I'm saying is because we're able to know those four things per specific lead, which is also allocated to specific ads, we're able to understand, hey, this is your problem over here. We need to fix this first rather than hopping on a call every 2 weeks and making changes every 2 weeks. I want to know that day, that hour, that there's a fluctuation. Lead quality score, good fit, bad fit, no shows, objections, common objections, or non-cash collected. I want to know those problems prior to a meeting every 2 weeks. So rather than making a change every 2 weeks, you're making changes every day on the hour if we really need to. Overall, what that's going to allow us to do is be able to push up your campaign, scale your campaign a lot quicker because you're making optimizations and changes a lot quicker. Pretty simple. We try to keep the campaign very simple, but obviously, as you can see over here, there are things that we need. No, and also as well too, I hear a couple times, hey Blade, I'm using Excel or I'm using something else, whatever it might be. If you're using another CRM, not a problem. We do build out our funnel within GoHighLevel. If you have another funnel builder somewhere else, no problem. Every funnel builder is usually built out the same way. What I'm saying is that if you're using another CRM, we can work with that as well too. So for example, I got people that don't want to use GoHighLevel at all because they're using like Zoho CRM. No problem. We just, after every single call, we shoot a quick automated text message that asks them, hey, does this person show up? Hey, was this a good fit? This lead quality score was a 5 out of 5. Was this a good fit or bad fit? Did cash collect? What were common objections? We can automate that with text messaging and AI bot. We can just do a quick Google form that automatically gets shot out after every single call with your closers. AI Google form, we can make it simple and custom values in a CRM, or we can just run it just off the actual Google Sheet in itself. Overall, what we need to do, however we figure that out, all that stuff needs to be sent out to this Google Sheet for us to consistently understand what's going on. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter what CRM you are, we can just build upon there, figure it out, long story short. The most important priority is that all the data is just being tracked and being sent over to here so that we can understand what's going on and really optimize your campaign in the right direction just to make you more friggin' money. That's how we do it. Cool. How to track lead quality. We give you all the sales scripts, tracking lead quality. A couple things that we need though, in order for this campaign to really become successful, is we need first your social media to be optimized. We need to lay down a solid foundation where it's just frictionless, decrease the amount of friction so more people are just encouraged to buy, because if there's more friction, it encourages hesitation. When there's hesitation, people just don't buy. With that being said, I would like to optimize your bio, your IG bio, same thing with your Facebook in a similar pattern, in which case the bio is just based upon a problem that you're solving, show off a solution, call to action. I built six-figure a month sales systems, $2.2 million scale with a 4K budget. Call to action, click below, message me to start. Each one of my clients over here has the same exact thing. Get verified, get meta verified. That blue check makes a big difference because people do judge a book by its cover. Buy followers if needed. Get you up to see as low amount of followers you want to get you preferred up to at least 5,000, 10,000 followers. At least more followers than what we charge. Simple. And the last thing that I really see, I don't really want to show the actual ads until you guys remember with us. But the last thing I really want to go over here is that the number one thing that I see holding back ads, because ads are pretty simple, is just one overall concept. The one overall concept is the understanding that the AI scans your ad and sends out to those who resonate with it. So if you come to me and you're like, yo, Blade, I'm getting a lot of people to not qualify on this form. I'm already running ads right now, but I'm getting a lot of low quality people. I'm gonna ask you, is low quality is lack of motivation or lack of revenue? If it's lack of revenue, no problem. Let's fix this ad over here. I'll take a look at your ads. And I realized that when you're running an ad, you can generalize people and you can filter people out. When you filter people out, it makes them more specific, but it increases that cost per result. If you generalize people out, it makes them more general, but cheaper cost per result. So if you're telling me that there's not enough people that are coming in with enough revenue, let's say you're doing an MCA, all the people coming in under 10K a month, and you want people to come in on over 30K a month, and you're not, and you show me this ad, it's very general. Normally, to just increase that amount of people coming in with a higher revenue, you literally got to say on the ad. It's very simple. Attention seven-figure business owners, as an example, or attention businesses with 2 or more locations trying to franchise out for a third and fourth. Those target very more wealthier type of people, or attention contractors with 5 or more employees that need help with payroll and or just scale payroll to 10 or 15 employees. Those are a couple of examples that you can use certain characteristics to attract and call out those specific type of people. Because the more specific you are in these ads, the more you can really attract the type of people that you really want to work with. And motivation is the same thing, same exact concept. The AI scans your ass and that those will resonate with. So use the same similar characteristics. Attention people that recently got denied. Attention people that need to restock the shelves for Black Friday. Attention people that have payroll coming up and don't have enough capital to pay it. Those people are going to be motivated AF. So again, you want to use specific characteristics in your ad to attract financially capable and motivated people. That's a lot of the creative work that we do over by our agency over here. But I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys have a funding business for merchant cash advance, age corporations, business debt settlement, business line of credit, 0% interest stuff. I'm happy to work with you, happy to scale up your campaign. Let's hop on a quick call, do a business audit, and I'll show you exactly what we need to do to scale up that campaign without even working together first. Let's see if it makes sense, see if we can provide you value, see if we can scale up your campaign. Then let's make some money together. God bless, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.